Welcome to What You Drinking, where we review 2 hopefully delicious craft beers each week before recording a fresh new episode of the Ginger and the Beard podcast. I'm AJ, aka The Ginger.
And I'm Reese, aka The Beard, and I'm excited to hear what you drinking tonight, sir.
Yes, got something a little out of the box for me, man. I was just telling you, it's been a few years, I think, since I've had a brown ale, which seems kind of odd, right? But I have a Rocket Frog Wallops Island Brown? I said that was so weird. Brown ale.
I got a brown ale right here.
It's my southerner coming out of me. The brown ale. Yeah, so number one, this label is super dope.
Yeah, it's clean.
Their logo is super dope.
Yeah.
So wait, let me spin it for you. It gets better.
Oh, whoa. Is that Elon Musk?
Yeah, it looks like the Falcon Heavy almost. Like
going to Mars.
Yeah. Actually, I think he's getting close to another launch of Heavy Rocket or something. I saw on Twitter or Instagram or something. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, Wallops Island is it in Virginia or is it North Carolina? It might be North Carolina. But anyways, they do a lot of launches there. Even I think they've launched some SpaceX stuff there as well. But this is from Rocket Frog Brewery in Sterling, Virginia, so not too far from home. And yeah, it's an American brown ale. I'm more excited to drink it now that I've actually been looking at it and looking more into it, because it's won 2 medals from the Great American Beer Festival in 2020. They got silver. In 2018, they got bronze for their American style. Dude, I can't talk tonight. American style brown ale.
Brown ale.
I just gotta say it like that every time now. So anyways, I'm excited about this. So I'm going to crack it open here.
Nice. I've never actually been there, and it's just right down the road from me.
What's that, Sterling, Virginia? Oh,
no,
Rocket Frog?
Rocket Frog, yeah.
Well, judging off just mainly their logo and their can design, I bet the place is awesome.
Yeah.
So. All right.
I drive through Sterling like every day.
Let's go ahead and give it a pour here. I do apologize. I did not have any unbranded glasses, so I am pouring a Rocket Frog beer into a Smart Mouth glass. It is what it is, guys. It's the only clean glass I had.
They can play nice. It's okay. That is a brown ale, that's for sure.
That's definitely a brown beer.
I wonder if the camera is making it darker than it actually is, because it looks like a stout almost.
Yeah, it definitely looks very stouty on your end for sure, but on my end, it is a very, it's definitely translucent, but a nice brown color, almost like an amberish brown to it, but mahogany. I think that's a descriptor they use for a brown, right? Mahogany.
It's like more reddish though. Mahogany is like a reddish.
It's got like a red tint to it, I feel like, but it's a little translucent. Yeah, nice color, very very little head. Oh, careful now. A lot of really nice smells off of that. Their description on the website, it says rich notes of caramel, toffee, chocolate present themselves in our 2-time Great American Brewing Festival award-winning American Brown Ale. I definitely feel like they don't say coffee, but I get a lot of like roasty sort of coffee flavors on this.
Interesting. I think that makes sense. They probably used roasted malts, right? Look how dark it is. Like,
yeah, definitely. I was hoping to do a little bit more research before we got started here tonight, but I was curious like how they make a brown ale. I know it's obviously all about the malts for this. This is more of a malty style beer versus my typical sort of hop forward beers. But just a quick descriptor of American brown ales. It says American style brown ales have evident low to medium hop flavor and aroma and medium to high hop bitterness. So I'm not expecting to get a lot of bitterness off of this, but looking at their website, they got a ton of different malts that go into this thing. I'm not going to read all of them off of here, but a lot of different malts go into this, including Cara Munich, which I think we talked to. I'm not sure which maltster we talked to about Cara Munich. Some of those caramel sort of colors that it presents, but let's go ahead and give it a sip here and see what we think.
Melanoidin, Crystal 60L, Pale Chocolate, Golden Naked Oats, Flaked Oats.
That is delicious, dude.
Yeah?
That's so good. Like, today has been like a good like build up to this. I feel like because I haven't had any IPAs today, even though the weather was like super hot for the most part. But I was just telling you before we started, I had a couple Miller Lights while I was cooking outside, which is like, pretty low key. And so to come and have one of these right now, it's like much more bold, so much like roasted sort of flavors. It just has flavor like compared to the Miller Lite, which was refreshing. Don't get me wrong, but this just is definitely takes it up a notch and I definitely get a lot of that caramel, but what hits me the most is that roasty sort of texture and flavor. It's more like a coffee. It's not far off from a stout. Like I wonder how you differentiate between a stout versus a brown ale. I'd have to do some research into that.
I think ale, like the brown ales are, not nearly as malty. I feel like stouts are like typically higher ABV and
yeah, that might be it.
Quite a bit like heavier, like heavy bodied,
right,
more like stick to your mouth kind of thing. And the brown ales are a little bit, a little bit easygoing, a little bit more easygoing.
Yeah, for sure. This is only 5.3% ABV, so definitely more easygoing, like you mentioned. Not a whole lot of like it's a little sweet, but like I said again, just that I keep going back to that roasted flavor kind of sticks around. And the bittering, I kind of wonder. Like I said, it doesn't mention that they use coffee or anything in the brewing, but I know we've had a few beers where we're like, I bet they use like the coffee to kind of bitter the beer, but I definitely get a little bit of the bitterness. So I'm assuming that's coming from some of the hops they use, just to kind of balance out all those different malts. But yeah, I could definitely see why this has won a couple of awards. I definitely think you would enjoy this a lot. This is really good. So since you live so close to them, maybe you should try to swing by there and pick some up. But this is delicious.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And I read your blog post the other day. What is a stout, right? And so
yeah,
that should explain it right there. Is they don't use as many hops, right? They don't really use hops in stouts. So they're using
not
hops on your ale. They probably have like a very a bit more intense kilning process for the malts, right? And probably not as intense for the ale that you're drinking there. So yeah. It's what a reversal from last week, man. Glad you got a winner.
Last week was a little disappointing. It was a little disappointing. It wasn't terrible, but I actually really, really enjoy this. And it's funny because I posted the poll in the story on Instagram this week. Excuse me. And Rocket Frog actually replied back. And I was telling them that I was excited to try it, right? And they were like, "Hey, have you had it before?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Oh man, you're gonna love it. If you like brown ales, you're gonna love it." So,
nice.
They were right. So, cheers to you guys at Rocket Frog. Hopefully, you can come visit you guys in person one day and maybe have one of these off draft or something. But definitely check these guys out. This is delicious, and I'm excited to hear what you're drinking tonight, sir.
Oh man. Yeah, I definitely need to go check them out. I gotta stop by. I'm so close, and I'll definitely be getting a brown ale in my future. So, what I have today is a mango smoothie by Dogfish Head. Okay, and as you can see, the art on it's pretty cool. We got a camera here. We have some like a fruity persona. Kind of a mango, I think, person that's like videotaping. I'm not really sure what is that. That's got to be ginger, right? And vanilla, a couple other things going on there. Not really sure, but yeah. So
it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, kind of got like a little interesting story going on, and there is actually a little bit behind that. So it's a movie-centric packaging is the third of their 2021 off-centered art series illustrations done by their art series artist Ryan Besh. This whimsical beach scene is what this is, I suppose. I guess that's what is that, right? Is that a?
I can't see that.
Is that a lighthouse?
What that is? Yeah, maybe it's lighthouse.
Lighthouse and a beach. Okay, gotcha. It is all about. So it says this whimsical beach scene is all about capturing the stars of the show while also giving a nod to the iconic fire towers that line the coastline. That's what it is. That's a fire tower.
Well, is that another word for a lighthouse?
I'm not sure, actually. Fire towers that line the coastline in their home state of Delaware. It's got to be, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, back in the day, they probably had fires up there versus.
Yeah, versus lighthouses. That makes sense. So, mango smoothie. It's a fruited tart ale by Dogfish Head. I think I already said that, but I'm going to say it again. 6.5% ABV, 17 IBU. So this is like right in my range, okay? Inspired by Indian drink lassi. You ever heard of that?
No?
I haven't either until today. So lassi is a blend of yogurt, water, spices, and sometimes fruit originating in the Punjab region of India.
Interesting. I've heard of the dog lassie.
Never had it. Yeah. I'm probably not even saying it right. It's Lassi. I mean, that's lassi, right? So
makes sense to me.
So it's a tart ale brewed with boatloads of mango and tangerine, lactose, vanilla, a touch of rose water, and yellow cardamom, which, kind of, I guess, falls in line with the lassi, right? So yogurt for lactose, mango and tangerine, for the different fruits from that region, vanilla probably to help with the yogurt flavor, the rose water and the yellow cardamom to help with the spices. Interesting. The result is a fruit-forward libation with sweet mango and vanilla flavor on the front and a subtle warm spice finish. So let's see if it lives up to what they're explaining it as. Go ahead and give it a pour.
Sounds really good. Actually, speaking of mango, my brother actually brought over a mango whiskey earlier today.
No head at all.
Delicious.
Mango whiskey. Yeah. Oh, that sounds good.
Mango habanero whiskey, in fact.
Oh, I don't know about that, actually. I'm going to take that back. So this was a little surprising. Look at that color.
Dude, that looks awesome.
Pretty much the color you're seeing is the color I'm seeing, I would say. It's like orange juice almost. It's like a light.
Yeah.
It looks like Tang. Do you remember Tang?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kick in the mouth or whatever it is. Like it's a hazy, pale, kind of, yellow. Very hazy though. Give it a sniff.
Looks a little thick.
Fruity and citrusy, I think. Is what I'm getting. Sour. I know what to expect now because I could smell you ever like when you smell something that is sour or tart, like there's like a certain smell that it has. Like I'm getting that. Like I know that this is going to be sour and tart. Interesting. Yeah. They say that it's supposed to smell like vanilla, cardamom, pie crust, and citrus. I'm just getting citrus,
pie crust,
and tang. It's
lots of tang.
It's about to be tang. Anyway, let's give it a sip. Not as much tang as I thought it would be. Yeah. Not as tangy as I thought it would be. It's not really kicking me in the mouth as much. It's got like a very mild kind of mango flavor. Like the mango's not kicking me in the mouth, but it is definitely like apparent over everything else. So like there's a mild tang to it. This is a beginner kind of tart beer, right? This is something if you've never had a sour before, go with one of these and then work your way up from there. I would say that I am getting like a lot of like a metallic taste to it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like sometimes like if you drink a beer out of a can, usually you can like if you drink a beer out of a can and then you drink that same beer out of a bottle, you could taste the like metallic, the aluminum in it, okay? But this is in a bottle, so like that's kind of weird. So like I don't know why that would be, why I'm getting that metallic taste. Let me give it another sip. Yeah, I didn't really get it on that time, on that taste. But yeah, I would say that mild tang. I'm still getting the mango, which is nice. Not as much as I wanted it to be. Let's see. What's the feel? It says it's supposed to be like full bodied, right?
Yeah, it looked kind of thick when you poured it.
It's definitely thick. I am surprised it's not like really sticking to the glass like I would expect a full-bodied drink to do. And honestly, like it doesn't really feel full bodied. Like it's definitely sticking to like the top of my mouth. Like I can feel it like coating it, and that's the lactose. But
Yeah.
like it feels a lot smoother than that. Like it's like very like it feels like smooth and light to me for some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think overall, I would say probably a good beer for somebody that's just trying to get into the tart.
Yeah.
Tart and sour drinks. Not really sure what's going on with that metallic taste. It does have a nice, pleasant mango flavor to it. I'd say this is probably like kind of like middle of the road for me. I'm not sure if I would buy it again.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've been a big fan of mango stuff lately, so it sounds kind of good.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying. When we were in Costa Rica, there was a mango puree drink that they had there that was super good.
Nice.
So I feel like mango's a nice sort of like mellow flavor profile, but it said based on your description that the tangerine. So I wonder if the tangerine just like overpowers that with the bitter tartness.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not really getting much tangerine actually.
It's probably that damn rose water.
The rose water probably
water.
ruined it, man. Nah, who knows? Anyway, how was that whiskey? You said you drank some mango whiskey with habanero?
Yeah, it was from oh man. I have the worst memory. I'm trying to remember what the name of the bottle was. I think it was like Old Tennessee or Old something. Like OLE. Anyways, doesn't matter. It was good, man. It was the mango, like nice and kind of mellow, but the habanero kind of definitely kicks you in the mouth afterwards. Like you feel it all the way down, but it like balances out super well. Like I would definitely drink more of it. It was nice, but
nice.
Yeah, I have to get the name of it from him and let you know.
Was it brown? Was it like a brown whiskey?
No, it wasn't brown. It was I mean, similar to in color to what you just poured, honestly.
No shit.
It was very light colored, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was very low proof too. I think it was only like 70 proof, so like 30%.
Probably diluted that. They probably had to dilute it down with like the fruit, right?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
But,
cool.
Anyways, well, good, man. So, cheers to you, sir, and cheers to everyone out there. Hope you guys are enjoying something tasty right now, and if so, make sure to let us know what you're drinking in the comments, or hit us up on Instagram or Twitter. Let us know, and we're always looking for some inspiration or recommendations. So send them our way. But until then, thank you guys all for watching this week's What You Drinking. Make sure you check out the other craft beer reviews on our channel, and head over to Instagram to keep up with what we're drinking on a daily basis.
That's right. And of course, subscribe to the Ginger and the Beard podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your favorite podcast. See you guys in the next video coming soon. Peace.
See ya.